Hey youths! Today we're going to be talking about the 1920s through 30s. By far one of the most prosperous decades in American history, turned to the most devastating economic crisis in a span of just 10 years. But hold your horses! Before we get into the dusty underbelly of the Great Depression, we have to talk about the good times before. The Roaring Twenties was known as a time of great wealth for everyone, due to the creation of the stock market and buying on credit. Things that make people rich, even to this day. Oh hey, my stocks have gone up. Nice. Or obscenely poor. Just about everyone had money, even some minorities. But now that we all have it, what should we do with all this money? Donate to charity? Save it? Buy a house? Eureka! We should just party for all eternity. And that's exactly what they did. Well, they did some other stuff too. But mostly parties. However, history has proven that all parties or party adjacent gatherings require alcohol to function. And there was a problem there. You see, the 18th Amendment had just recently been passed, which prohibited the production, transportation, and sale of alcohol. But no one really cared about all that, so the mafia just made alcohol illegally and sold it to rich people for their parties. All of this partying sprung all sorts of new culture and art that brought us things like jazz, the Great Gatsby, and automobiles, which, as we all know, doesn't pair well with copious amounts of alcohol consumption. Anyway, after all this stock trading, credit buying, partying, alcohol pushing, and drunk driving, the stock market crashed. People tried to get their money, to no avail. Hello, I heard the stock market crashed and I'd like to pull out all my money before it's too late. All right, sir. Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. There is no more money left. What? There's no more. You're kidding me, right? You gotta be joking. No. You know what? It's fine. I'm okay with this. Most everyone became poor, and thus the Great Depression was born. I remember when I was a kid and I thought that the Great Depression was a time where everyone was depressed for some strange reason. Like everyone was so universally sad that the event was worthy of being called the Great Depression. Now that I'm big and smart, I know that they were sad for a reason. There isn't too much to know about the Great Depression besides everyone being poor. I mean, there were Hoovervilles, which were neighborhoods of trash houses built by newly homeless people. But the most interesting thing about the Depression, in my opinion, was the Dust Bowl. For those of you who thought it was a time where everything was dusty, like I did as a kid, it was like that, but much worse. To understand how big the dust storms were, imagine a Dark Souls boss entrance, but it's as tall as 4 Burj Khalifas, which is the tallest building in the world for you unlearned ones, as wide as 600 Star Destroyers. I mean, I can't even copy paste that many Star Destroyers. For all you Star Wars nerds out there, Vader's flagship was outsized by a dust bunny. Oh, and it's coming towards you at 60 miles per hour. Each storm carried about 3 tons of dust for each of the 123,202,624 people living in America at the time. Go ahead, do the math. The storms also reduced visibility to less than 3 feet. Silent Hill fog, yet again, is nothing compared to this. The storms not only made the air unbreathable, but it also blew into people's homes, covering everything in a nice thick layer of dust. Jimmy, how long has it been since you cleaned your room? These storms didn't just go over Texas and Oklahoma. They blew over the East Coast as well, completely engulfing the Statue of Liberty before finally ending its dusty rampage as red snow in England. Bit strange, isn't it? As for the Depression, it lasted through most of the 30s, ending in 1939, thanks to FDR's New Deal programs. Yippee. That's about all I have for today. I'm not Salmonella, and here's this funny picture I found.